And we're back! If you're hearing that and you haven't seen part 1 of this video, go ahead and watch part 1. But this is it. Yeah. This is the cream of the crop. We are down to our top 5 vinyl finds of 2015. My number 5 here is a I Should Have Known Better. That's the category. Okay. It's called I Should Have Known Better. I underrated England's newest hitmakers. Yeah. The Rolling Stones' first album. Of course, this is the U.S. pressing because it's the England's newest hitmakers. I do not think that this is the first U.S., but if it isn't, it's like the early second U.S. pressing or late first. I'm sort of working backwards. I started with the 68 through 73 classic Stones album era and never really gave much love to the early stuff. And then last year was like, I got into Satanic Majesties and Aftermath. And then I was like, no, I think I need to go back earlier. And I get it now. This is a hell of an album. I mean, I should have known better. I should not have underrated early Stones. I got it for $14 at Reckless Records in Chicago. Wow. It's just wonderful. Do not pass this up if you come across it.
Alright, number 5. This was an eBay find of sorts. Kind of got it through a second chance back door under the table offer. And I got a really good deal on it. Jan and Lorraine, Gypsy People.
Oh man, tell them about the sticker.
There was a Richard Petty NASCAR sticker there.
I love it.
This long. No joke, this long. Richard Petty, STP. No idea. Because of that, I got this for about a third of what it goes for. I got this for $25 shipped. It's about a $75, $80-ish album. Folk psych. So good. This is an album... It was one I knew about just because of the cover. I mean, look at that. It's so good. Gypsy People and the Assignment song sequence are the 2 standout tracks for me. Just amazing, deep, weird folk psych stuff. The rest of it has sort of a poppy feel to it, but it's still very much folk psych. So good. So good. Number 5.
I had pony ups this year.
Yeah.
Things that I was willing to pay for them because I bought less records overall, especially at St. Louis record shows. This was probably my second most pricey pony up at a St. Louis record show. I have no regrets, and I mean none, about Otis Blue.
Oh, yeah.
A first pressing on Volt Records.
Gosh, that's awesome.
And it's a mono. Just to throw that in there.
The dagger in the heart.
This, my friends, is soul.
Yes.
This is it. This is the soul album. It's so good. There's other great soul, don't get me wrong, but this is the pinnacle, I think. I mean, and got this from Holy Grail guy.
Yeah.
$40. This is a no regrets purchase. This was I walked away with this record and was like, I can't feel bad about that transaction in the least. And oh my gosh, I put it on the turntable and it just takes you away.
Yeah.
It takes you away. This is a great record.
Alright, number 4. This is from Reverb and Blono. Paid, I think, $15 for this.
Ooh.
The Kinks.
Ooh.
Face to Face. This is going to be controversial, but I'm going to throw it out there. This rivals Village Green. This is that good.
Hold your tongue, sir.
It doesn't better it. Village Green is still the high watermark. The Kinks throughout the 60s and early 70s, it is tough to beat them. And I don't want to say they get overlooked because they're obviously a pantheon band. Everyone knows the Kinks.
But you would never, they're maybe not a t-shirt band.
Right.
You don't see a lot of Kinks t-shirts.
Yeah.
Although, who wouldn't want that on a t-shirt?
Exactly. And this album should be in conversation with Village Green. Oh, this is amazing. Any early Kinks stuff. And by early, I mean from 64 through 73, probably.
After that,
it's hit and miss and it's whatever. But anything in that, especially from 66 through like 68, 69.
The albums.
It is.
The LPs. Oh.
They did no wrong. They did no wrong. Fantastic.
All right, good sir. We're into my top 3.
Oh.
And this is my cheater. I paid $50 for these 2 LPs.
Oh, that's right.
These are 2 first pressings of Freak Out, and it does have the where to find the map or how to get the map thing in here, and of We're Only in It for the Money.
Yeah.
This one is mono.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Got these each $25.
Yeah.
So I ponied up. I paid $50. That's a big day.
Yeah.
That and my number 4, the Otis Redding, are by far my most expensive records. Worth it?
Yeah,
absolutely. Look at my shirt. Come on. Am I happy about this? Of course I'm happy about this. I have to say that these, I had to put these together. I can't choose between them, and I got them on the same day at the same place for the same price. It was a package deal in my mind. Oh, I love these records.
All right, my number 3 is actually one I believe you showed in your top 10 last year. I tried to avoid it. I just couldn't. I couldn't leave it out. I had to put it in my top 10, and it's number 3. It's up there for me.
I think I know what this is.
You might.
I'm right.
Yes.
Oh boy.
There's Satanic Majesties Request by the Rolling Stones. This was another early find for me last year. This was in January, an eBay pickup, $13 including shipping.
Wow.
Oh, it's just so good.
It's
the cover design, the weird stuff they're wearing on the front, the 3D, the weird inner. I'm into it all. It works.
2 very different Stones records in your top 10 and my top 10.
They're
both
wildly
awesome.
different. Yeah.
They're both awesome.
They're incredible.
Double rainbow. Oh my god. It's a double rainbow all the way.
What you said about your number 3 holds true for my number 2, in that you showed this record last year.
Interesting.
Now, in my honorable mentions, I had like 5 records that were in your top 10 of last year. I could not keep this record out of my top 10. Obviously, it's my number 2, and it is a little bit of a one-up of Matt Sands, because this is a first pressing of the Stooges. This is a 1969 electro pressing of it that I got for $30 at Reverb Vinyl in Bloomington Normal. I absolutely love No Fun, the track that opens side 2. That is just, for me, that is crunchy, Detroit, angry. We're the freaking Stooges, man. Oh, I love this album, and the Stooges have just grown on me, big time. And I'm still looking for Funhouse. That's my number 2 record for the year. First pressing of the Stooges. It's awesome.
Alright, my number 2, not a rare record, not a particularly valuable record or anything like that either. I paid just over $3 for my copy.
Wow.
And, I just have to show it. I gotta show it. And I think I stumped you. You don't know what
I do know it now. Okay.
T-Rex Electric Warrior. Boy, howdy. T-Rex. It was one of those, like, I knew of T-Rex.
Sure.
Last year I got to Slider, and I was like, oh, this is good. I like this a lot. And then I found Electric Warrior, and it blew my mind. I mean, Cosmic Dancer, it was probably my most played song this year from anything I found. Can't get enough of this album. It's my number 2 record of the year. Again, you can find this cheap, $10 and under. You can find easily. You need to, if it's not in your collection, you need to get it.
On the mountain range, I'm Doctor Strange. For you, for you.
The Moment.
Oh, number 1.
I got this record pretty early in the year. I remember thinking, after I listened to it the whole way through, man, I don't know if I'm going to hear a better record this year.
Ooh.
And I didn't.
All right, sir.
So I will give the story that I gave. I decided to give myself a good shave. I kind of am into the straight razor thing. I don't do it all the time, but if I have a time on a Saturday afternoon, I'll give myself a straight razor shave. Get a real smooth there. Obviously, I haven't done it lately. But put side 1 of this record on, and it was one of those things where I was like, it's pretty good, but I mean, I'm glad I got it for the price that I did for it, because I got a really good deal on it. Then I flipped it over to side 2 and my mind exploded. I was like, this is so good! Oh my gosh! And then I played side 1 again and I was like, this is great too! Like, was I just not paying attention? I mean, obviously I was trying not to cut my throat. I just don't know that I heard anything better this year than Back in the USA by the MC5. This is an original pressing, cover, Rick Garner special. Why I got it for about, when I bundled, I got it for about $16.
Nice. Very nice.
If there is a low moment on this, it's Let Me Try, which is kind of the more a ballady track, I guess. But in all honesty, a track like Shaken Street feels like filler on this album, and it would be the standout track on other albums. Everything else goes out on a limb and then keeps going. And it's just like, again, it's that Detroit crunch that is just, it is the year of Zappa and the Detroit crunch for me, and I love it. This album just does it for me. I mean, this is just rock and roll. And I know some people, if you're into trippy, dippy, hippie psych, this probably isn't your thing. No. But this took me to a different place. And I just wanted to, I love it. I love this record. #1 record of the year.
American Groove. Well, take a look around. Well.
All right.
#1.
My #1.
Mellow Yellow.
This last year, I had a lot of like heavy hitters, and this year my top 10 list went a little more off the radar, a little more like I played the crap out of these. Yeah. Personal taste. This is another one that's gonna be not familiar right away to a lot of people, but I'm over the moon about this find. I paid $10 for it at Vintage Vinyl this year. I got a deal. I got a steal of a deal on this. This is Eternity's Children, self-titled album on Tower Records. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. This is Sunshine Pop, but with fuzz guitar and like psychedelic production elements on it. The big hit from this is Mrs. Bluebird. They had I say the big hit, kind of a minor hit for these guys, but it's one that gets put on a lot of psych compilations and stuff like that. Really good stuff. Rupert White is my favorite track on side 1. My Happiness Day is a close second. Side 2, Mrs. Bluebird, Little Boy, Sunshine Among Us. It's hard to, like, you hear Sunshine Pop with fuzz and you're like, I don't know if I'd like that. No, this is, it's so hard to describe because it's so different. This is like a $90 album all day long. I got it for $10. It was $9.99 at Vintage Vinyl. It sounds almost dull, but it's not. It is so much fun to listen to. It's a little bit dark in spots. The production is very lush. Lots of orchestration. There's just a lot going on with this album. It's much more complex than you would think at first glance at this.
A true, like, didn't even expect it.
No, and it was sort of like, I got a score because I paid a good price for it, and then it was like, no, I got a score because this is really good. Like, there's a reason this is a high-value album.
Just a few things, just data. We'll run down here and then we'll let you go. My average price, $21.20.
Hey, not bad.
And again, a couple pony ups there, but also some deals, and one VTLC from Bo. Or VCLT, I'm sorry. My dyslexia kicked in.
My average price, $10.60.
Oh, so. Knife in my heart. You kill me with your average price. You are such We have very different approaches to purchasing, but it makes it fun.
It does. That's what I love about the top 10 at the end of the year. We have no idea what the other's going to show.
Oh, yeah. But that wraps up our top 10 for 2015.
Oh, that's a good
Going to the first record show of the year tomorrow. Hopefully getting started on our top 10 of 2016.
Yes.
So, we will see those records throughout the year, and hopefully we will see you at the record store. Until then, avoid scratches and stay in the groove.